All right, everyone, welcome back. It's Chili here from A Hero's Guide to Asgartha, and today we've received a nice new announcement from Equinox on the 9th of January, the Seeds of Unity release date announcement, something many of us have been waiting for. Now, what does it mean for us? How do we prepare? When will we get our products? I am hoping that we'll get some of this resolution, but let's begin. All right, let's get our way. I am pumped for this. Okay, so first of all, as we can see here, the roadmap to Seeds of Unity release, the delivery dates that we've been advised is that the retailers are going to start getting their product on February 9th. For me, that's a special day. That is my birthday. So the February 9th is when retailers are going to start getting their product. It does not mean that they'll have it available. With everybody else that went through the Gamefound getting our things from February 16th. So basically 1 week later is when we're going to get it. So it's in full production with delivery in February. I actually do like the idea. I think it's right to get the stores to have that available. And part of the reason is so they can run their pre-release events. So I have got no problem at all with that for those that have that available to them. But in terms of when do these become legal, and I think that is important for us to know. So let's look at what they've said about the release date. In-store events will begin on February 13th. So basically the date that many of us may be getting some of our product, or the earliest date we can, in-store will also happen, which means that the majority of retailers should be getting their products within that first week. So from the 6th to the 13th, they'll have that available, and they can start hosting what we're now calling a new style of pre-release to streamline the launch of Seeds of Unity, both stores and players. February 13th marks both the pre-release event and the official set release. This allows everyone to participate in pre-releases and pick up their in-store orders on the same day. Seeds of Unity will therefore be tournament legal starting February 13th. These are part of my wish list. This is great. And we will also be available on Board Game Arena on that same date. I think this is fantastic. Date of release, boom, you can get things, you can play on them, you can scan them, and you'll be able to play them online on that same day. So official release date, February 13th. Pre-releases starting on February 13th, and they do have to make it go for a little bit longer. And that's purely because some of the stores may not get their product in time. This is a global distribution, so some places will have that. And then on Board Game Arena, we'll be able to start playing that exactly that same day on February 13th. In terms of organized play, so a little bit of information on that. Several official events and tournaments are scheduled leading up to the release of Seeds of Unity. First of all, January 31 to February 1st, our first announcement of the winter season finale. Many people have already got a spot in the qualifier event. Now, what is on the line? I'll just quickly remind everyone. There is, if you had won one of the major tournaments on BGA, run by a supporting group of teams or individuals. Now, I'll quickly go through the companies or the organizers that actually do allow you to get a potential slot available. So we've got the Nook single elimination. We've got AWOL, so the old AWOLs that was there. We've got the Nook turn-based. We've got the Road to Valhalla, weekly aces, the foil series, as well, and I have already been advised the Singleton tournament and the New Year celebration tournament that was run as well. Lots and lots of tournaments that will allow you to have a seat at the table. I've been told I cannot share some of the names yet. That announcement will be coming from Equinox, I believe, but there is over 35 people already qualified that have got a seat at the table. My good friend Mark the Bravos Hatter, we've already spoken about it in our podcast, so he's okay with me saying he is one of those people at the seat alongside many of your favorites that have won some of these major tournaments. One of the cool things that Equinox is doing is they are actually going back to see if anyone qualified using this 64 player base, minimum players that are playing. If they won the event, they will get those slots available to them based on the competitive circuit, and I will go through that in a second. But it is not just that BGA qualified people that will get this. Stores are also allowed to qualify someone. So these stores that participated in purchasing some product can also put someone into that winter season finale. And this will be the same thing for the other two seasons as we progress as well. What is on the line, though, this winter season finale is one seat at the table at Worlds. So it will be incredibly competitive. It will be incredibly fun. I'm excited and hoping I am part of the casting team that can actually bring this to you. It is going to be more than likely going to be around the same time, or at least the same hours on the clock as what we did for the European BGA qualifier. Now, that information is going to come out in the coming days, but January 31st to February 1st, that weekend, those 2 days, are where we're going to see our first person qualify for the 2026 World Championship. Isn't that fantastic? And then on Sunday, February 8th, so on the release, we on the basically before pre-release, Seeds of Unity demo deck tournament. I believe this will be on BGA. I am still not sure who will be supporting it, given that we have transitioned away from AWOL to a few other tournament organizers to be able to do this. Once again, I'm hoping to be part of that casting team to bring you the first look at these demo decks and how you can proceed. The cool thing is, if it follows the same path as we've seen previously, there's going to be some awards for those that do come first in faction for each of their areas, as well as those that win it. So that is going to be fantastic. The deck list and details are going to be revealed over the next few days. Sorry, a few days before the event, and the decks will remain available through Season 5, so you can discover the new set for new players. I think it's fantastic. If you go on BGA now, you can still select the old demo decks as well, so which I think is really good to be able to encourage others to join the game and come with us. February 12th, the end of an era, the end of Season 4. So through February 12th will mark the final day of Season 4 Skybound Odyssey. You will have until midnight to complete your adventure pass, and for me, I just want to warn you, if you are not in Paris, it would more than likely be midnight Paris time. And the reason why that's important for us in the Americas is you have 1 day less, or approximately 12 to 24 hours less, to ensure that your event is validated. One thing happened to me last year as I was trying to finalize my account. My store did not validate things in time. Therefore, my rewards went into the next season, into this season. So if you just be mindful of that, if it's not validated, then it will not be actually going into this season. And the Season 4 rewards are going to be distributed on February 20th, 2026. Just note that in Season 5, which begins on February 13th, the reward system is changing, and you'll be able to get your rewards immediately upon achieving the goals, as opposed to what's happening now. So I think that's good. February 20th, you're going to get all the different cards that you won from your Season 4 rewards, which will be great. And then in Season 5, you have the ability of getting every faction reward as you progress through that. And you'll also be able to make sure you get bonus points for any of your BGA games that you play as well, which I think is a great thing for us as players in the player base. Reveal season is also going to start shortly, so I'll just scroll up. The second half of the Seeds of Unity reveal season resumes on January 29th, so 20 days from today, day of recording. You can expect the reveal of all remaining cards in the set, the Season 5 organized play program, design deep dive articles, community events, and new lore entries. This is fantastic. I know that there's a few things in the works by Equinox that's going to get us all hyped and excited for what Seeds of Unity does give us, and I am really hoping that I get a chance to participate once again in the reveal season. Let's see what card I have to be able to share with all of you. And then additional information about the Gamefound, so digital pledges. So the final wave of digital pledges deliveries containing the Uniques packs was launched in early January. You should have received an email notifying you that your cards have been assigned to your account. Please note that some of you may not have received your order yet for one of the following two reasons. One, your account does not have an active wallet, which prevents us from delivering your order. If that applies to you, please make sure to activate your wallet using the following links. You can click on that and on your own one. Click it, get it, so that way they can send it to you. And then the second part is the email address used for the campaign does not match your altered account email. If this is the case, please provide your altered account email address via the following form. So please respond to this so you can get what is legally and rightfully owned by you, so we can get that. Seeds of Unity Gamefound launch offer. The winners of our launch offer have been drawn. At the very beginning of the Seeds of Unity campaign, we offered the chance to win 2 collector boosters for those who validated their pledge within the first 24 hours. 50 backers have been randomly selected and contacted by email to confirm the addition of these 2 collector boosters to their orders. Congratulations to them. I was not one of them, or at least I haven't seen that I won one. So for those that did, well done. And then the pledge manager, it looks like we're still missing some information from some of you, which does mean that if you do not get your information in there, then you're not going to get your delivery. Okay, without the validated pledge manager and your shipping details, we cannot send deliver the order to you. If you received our email reminders but have not yet validated your pledge, you can do so by clicking on there. I love that they've made this all really easy and available here for you. And we've got a lot to share in the next few weeks, and we might even have some new information regarding set 6. Ooh, look at that little teaser. So stay up to date, join our Discord server, and follow us on our different social media platforms that they've got available. Now, as I want to get a little bit more hyped, I do want to click on the 2026 competitive circuit, and this is really what we are all vying for. And you can see here right at the very top, I'm going to circle it here. Store or BGA qualification. So your BGA ones, and I've mentioned a number of the names, every store that participated in the Gamefound has a chance to be able to qualify someone to each of these finales. They have one slot that they can give to the winter, to the spring, to the summer. Not the season invitational at the moment. We've got to find out how that works, because it's, from at least as the way that I've read it, it's basically the best performing players of each of these season finales will also get an invitational, almost like a second chance, not the last chance qualifier, which happens on the days leading up to Worlds. But for Q1 2026, 31 January, 1st of February, so we are going to see a top cut, and then the top cut will go into day 2. Please, please, not only participate, but I'll also give a handout to all those that are actually providing the casting for this. Watch what they do. Give them some recognition, because it is a lot of effort that they're putting in to make the game more, how would I put it, exciting for us to see the best deck, so we can emulate, see how people play the lines, not just seeing the deck list in and of itself. So we appreciate the effort that many of those people do, both in the French-speaking community, the Spanish-speaking community, the Italian community, as well as the English-speaking community, and I'm sure other languages as well. We're excited for this winter season finale coming 31 January, 1st of February. I'm excited. I'm hoping to be part of it, and then I can see you guys on the other side of that. And on that, I leave it. We're going to get seeds 13th of January. Put that in your calendar. Go to your local game store. Get your pre-release. Remember, although we're not getting the traditional pre-release kit, we're going to get a deconstructed pre-release kit, which also includes a unique that you can play, which is going to be super fun. And I look forward to seeing you at a local game store at some point in the future, hopefully sooner rather than later. And on that, hasta luego.